All right, last time we did albums that Rate Your Music loves that I don't love, and a wise commenter said, well, why don't you do it the other way around? So we're gonna do it the other way around. I got some albums here that maybe you've heard of, maybe you haven't heard of, maybe you hate them, maybe you love them. Birth of a Prince by the RZA. I love this album. I love RZA. I've said this before on the channel. I think he's overhated. If you do not like this dude and you think like Word Salad is whack, this might not be the album for you. How people view GZA is how I view RZA. I've said this for years, because people paint GZA as like this lyrical wordsmith, like you just can't understand what he's saying. It's at such a higher level. But RZA, word salad in the best way that you really have to decipher what the fuck is this dude talking about. Now, there is moments where he's like talking about I am the sperm in the fallopian tube. There's nothing I can do about this. You know, the comments are saying that they're making fun of it. Like A Day to a God is 1,000 Years. That's a great song. Great instrumental. I don't think RZA produced it. The hook is good. The rhymes are good. I know there was a time, if it's not, it might be in this Rate Your Music thread, but I know people were like, oh, RZA, all he does in this, he gets like his weird little higher thinking self on some of these songs and it's pretentious. It's like, okay, but then you go listen to Pimp a Butterfly. Like, I'm not trying to shit on, you know, we've spent a few videos shitting on To Pimp a Butterfly, so I'm not trying to like, you know, I just don't understand how come RZA can't talk about being like Islamic or some shit and then Kendrick can, and it's like, it's cool, but it's like, well, Kendrick does it in better taste. All I'm saying is I do think there is a double standard, specifically with RZA, where this always seems to happen with this dude. But I think as time goes on, people will begin to appreciate some of this stuff a little bit more, or it'll be forgotten in the sands of time. But songs like We Pop, I think that was in a video game when I was a kid, because I've known that song for a long time. We Pop is just a good party song, good club song. I don't know what to tell you. Chi Kong is really good. Silver Rings is terrible. That's something I will not stand on business. I cannot, yeah, Silver Rings, oh my god. Never Know is like the most RZA ass beat you can think of. Don't think of like 36 Chambers or like Wu-Tang Forever RZA. Think of like Post. Think of Bobby Digital RZA. It's the most Bobby Digital beat ever. Yeah, The Birth. Come on, bro. There's so many good songs to me in this tape. Why becomes of a broken family. I listened to this album a lot of times. For it to only have a 2.86, fucking crazy. No respect for this dude. No love for the RZA. Yeah, that's definitely my first one. He always comes to mind when people are like, you don't like anything controversial. And it's like, bro, trust me. The business I've had to stand on for this dude. We're gonna move to more metal stuff, more rock stuff. I'm gonna talk about Hotter Than Hell by Kiss. It's a damn near perfect album for me. Now, I'm not gonna read through the comments because that's gonna take the whole video to fucking shit on the comments. People have said that the production of that album falls flat and they don't like how the drums sound and they don't like how the guitars sound, which I think, like, they just said it's very flat. I think like the bass in that album is so good. Got to Choose, like just Got to Choose sounds so good. Hotter Than Hell, there's not anything where I'm like, wow, the fucking production on this is shit. That's mainly most of the bitching that I was seeing, and I think the production sounds fine. I think if you're a baby and you've never heard anything sound, I don't know, like not completely fucking polished to the upteenth degree, it might scare you, right? But I don't understand, because I know some of these people that listen to this album are like 60 years old. So like, I know they've heard shit. So why are they telling me, oh, the production on here isn't good? What are you listening to, bro? Is it not the King Crimson mixing? Is that what you're looking for? This shit came out in 1974. What are we talking about? The mixing isn't good. It's flat, bro. These people would have a fucking coronary if they listen to like brutal death metal. They don't think the fucking guitars sound good and Hotter Than Hell? Buddy, some of this shit you can't even hear the guitars. I will address too, like the drums sounding flat. That is probably the only one I could get behind, but truthfully, I like the way the drums sound too. Like, this album to me in the best way sounds sticky. A hot day and like it's perspiration, bro. Perspiration everywhere. This album, and there's like, you know, the dew from the ground. Like, that's this type of album, bro. I don't know how to explain it, bro. It's a good album. Production's fine. I do babies, children, goo goo gaga. Let's talk about some other questionable production, because everyone's babies. We got two more with the production problem. Reek of Putrefaction by Carcass. This is a perfect fucking album for me. When I first heard this album, it was like, brother, I understand. I get this. I get you. It's like when Mos Def is like, look, I understand. Like, that was me in Carcass. Because I had spent so many years listening to like low fidelity jazz, low fidelity hip hop. So when I got into metal more and Carcass, Putrefaction, and I remember looking at the reviews and all of it was just shitting on like, it's so fucking shitty production. I'm like, that's weird. I thought like they would like Carcass for that. Like I know Symphonies is like better, and you know as they keep going, you know, necroticism, it just starts getting better. Which I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm one of those people that thinks like all of Carcass is good. I don't really like give a fuck that it's a completely different band after like the first 3 albums. I think what they keep doing is sick as fuck still. Listening to Heartwork and then Swan Song more, I was just too stuck in the fucking past. But like people also shit on Swan Song too, and it's like, it's just not Carcass what it was. That's the problem. The same way with Entombed when it comes to Wolverine Blues. Just because it's a death and roll album and like, you know, now it's like fucking rock and roll and it's like not really death metal, that doesn't mean it's terrible. But when you put it under the context of what it was, Carcass Swan Song versus Carcass Putrefaction is a big fucking leap, bro. And the people that like one or the other are not gonna go take the step back or take the step forward. I think it's pretty rare when you're gonna get somebody that fucking likes all of it. You know what I mean? Entombed for me is the same way. Cause like you listen to Left Hand Path, you listen to Nihilist, and then you get to Wolverine Blues, you're like, what the fuck, bro? You know, like, cause Nihilist is one of my, like, we'll talk about demos, I'm sure at some point, but Nihilist was one of the first, like, holy shit, bro, I need this in my life forever type of fucking music. You know, and I like Wolverine Blues still, just like I like Swan Song. It's just, it's such a big jump. People want to shit all over Putrefaction because you can't hear the riffs, you can't hear the shit, but it's like, they're still writing. They're still, like, the songs are still good. Everything, like, that is the template of so much fucking music that happened, bro. Like, we cannot forget Carcass made melodic death metal a thing, and we can't forget they made gore grind a thing. That's 2 subgenres under these dudes' belts. And they're like the pinnacle of both. Is that not fucking crazy? They were the first ones and also the best ones. Like, I still chase that fucking Putrefaction high. You know what I mean? No matter what, how many gore grind bands I listen to, it's like, I'm glad I started with fucking Carcass. And I think people on here bitching about, oh, the production and oh, it's not good. If only this wasn't so muddled, the production is almost non-existent. Like how? Filtered. It's kind of a bummer that a lot of these albums I love are just like, I fucking can't hear this, production bad album. Because we're gonna talk about Morbid Visions next by Sepultura. This is another five-star album for me. This is metal. This is just like Carcass, this is metal. Same fucking thing, damn near the same rating. Just people bitching about the playing because Igor wasn't as good of a drummer and the production sounding bad, which is fucking crazy because it's like, okay, Schizophrenia is a big jump, right, for Sepultura, and then you get to Beneath the Remains, right? I'm not saying it's a completely different band. Holy shit, bro, the jump is fucking radical, right? And if you're like me and you like raw fucking music, like Morbid Visions is where this band peaked. Unfortunately, it's like Bestial Devastation and Morbid, and then it's like, it just kind of gets cleaner and cleaner and it becomes something it wasn't from the beginning. But Sepultura is another band. First off, I would never see them on tour because none of the fucking people I want to see are even in the band anymore. I'm not saying who's in it now aren't like amazing musicians, but it's hard for me not to believe it's just because people are fucking babies, bro. And they can't just listen to some shit where it doesn't have to sound ridiculously over polished, bro. Because Max Cavalera's vocals on Morbid Visions, that is how vocals should sound, bro. That's like, I don't give a fuck what other Sepultura you're trying to throw at me and say like Chaos AD, like he's got the best one, fucking Roots, Bloody Roots or whatever the fuck, bro. Morbid Visions, it sounds like a fucking psychopath in a fucking cave just yelling. My band, Temperance, vocal style, at least with the mixing, I try to emulate that, bro. Because I think, dude, I still haven't heard some shit where it sounds like that. And the drums fucking cracking. It sounds like they're in a fucking cavern. I am so enamored by how it sounds, and it's very sad to see it just fucking shit on. It's the same thing with Putrefaction. This is a common occurrence for me, bro. These are common things. This is why I stand on business when it comes to mixing. I had to grow up and deal with this shit all the fucking time, bro. I couldn't put my boys on anything. They're like, what? What's with the white noise? Lo and behold, the older I get and the more music I find, I'm more attracted to that style. And it turns out it wasn't just my boys who are a bunch of fucking babies. Turns out it's the world. But I appreciate you guys watching, man, for real. I do appreciate all the new subscribers. We're almost at like 1,030 subs, which is crazy. You know, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace out. Have a good one.